So what's all this about then? Buzz off toxic sustainies, change Wednesday, a music, a small junk rig ship, and then on top of that, the plan is to build a large pyramid with solar panels all around here, and then some wind generators on each four corner, which will be a global parliament. Yes, human beings to meet. We may build a few of these, and build a few of these on islands and land, because this project's about human beings meeting. Why? Well, because of sustainable development goals all missed, I suppose. And I was thinking about this. When I was quite young, I used to think about being on a train. Here, I've drawn a picture of a train. Strangely enough, I used to draw pictures of trains when I was on trains, and I used to draw them lightweight and made out of hemp, and with using hemp wheels and electric motors in the wheels. Yes, then running on rails, which would then have electricity in, so it would pick up electricity while it was going on. But it was also a battery storage. Yes, batteries and storage on a train. But all down through the sidings, I imagined there would be solar panels all down the sides. So all where appropriate, there would be photovoltaic solar panels getting sun and electricity from the sun, and wind appropriate from wind turbines. So the train would not only have electricity that would be bidirectional, you could put it back into the tracks, which could also be picked up by local residents. There would also be storage facilities, maybe water, because I thought that's an excellent storage system. So you pump the water into reservoirs, basically to make electricity when needed. Also, of course, when it rains, we have water, hydropower. Not really being used at all, really. Anyhow, that was the trains. Then I thought, what about our motorway network? Because when I used to be on the motorway, I used to think that's very strange, isn't it? If we had solar panels running down all the motorway, which they just spend huge amounts of energy and fossil fuel, of course, cutting grass, maybe we could have solar panels all down the motorway, feeding charge lanes, so we could pick up a charge in our clean, efficient electric cars and our electric trucks. Some of them might be hydrogen, also with fuel cells. We could also make electricity, could also make hydrogen from wind turbines, maybe very big wind turbines. When it's a windy day, they could store hydrogen. Yes, and pump storage. That would be an inland, of course. But you could also have air storage and battery storage now as well. That's strange, isn't it? So then we could have bidirectional cars which have batteries in. But wait, when I was designing this, I had never really thought about autonomy. Yes, autonomy. Can you imagine fleets of lorries and cars all travelling down, some of them without even any occupants, just luggage and baggage and materials, like trucks? Nobody sitting in the truck, just going down a lane by themselves, picking up electricity by themselves, then feeding electricity back into the grid by themselves when needed, and delivering products, materials and services when needed. This would actually cut the traffic so we could have fun sports cars. Yes, so the roads would be freer of traffic, 40% freer actually. Anyhow, of course, this would be intelligence, isn't it? But we don't have intelligent people in charge. We have people from Oxford and Cambridge studying Latin. Okay, so we have a fossil fuel toxic system that is shit and it's not working. However, this is the other side of what we could have. These could even be running on rails. It's even a bit strange, isn't it? So the rolling resistance would be less. So that would be really interesting. A road which is not made from tarmac, that actually produces energy with other vehicles running up and down. Yes, we could make electricity from that as well. That's mass and road and energy. So we've also got big wind turbines, enormous ones, HO2, air storage, air batteries. A very interesting thing, air storage, because that actually is cold. However, we're talking about deep tidal flow as well in this energy ball. Yes, we live on an energy ball, don't we? Our planet is an energy ball, governed by the sun, gravity, electricity, one hell of a lot of magic, fluffy things that produce water, which is energy. So why do we use fungible fossil fuel? Well, that's because of the toxic 1% in charge. Maybe we have all been brainwashed. I'm not sure what you think. Or if you're watching this, you must be thinking. So we haven't got much time, so we've got to implement a renewable energy world, healthcare for all, vehicle transport all met with. All our energy needs are required from renewable energy. Yes, we could power our whole world using natural forces, which is all around us, from plants to wind, water, and the sun. Coming back to it, yes, where we live. That would also store energy in fuel cells and battery storage, some very interesting long-range batteries, maybe air batteries and salt batteries. Interesting storage mechanisms. Your car would be bi-directional, feeds your house, feeds your local community, your local housing, and would also be an energy share. You wouldn't actually have any energy bills. You would just be part of a matrix, a global matrix. Wow, that would be fun, wouldn't it? Yes, a car. Fast, efficient, could be autonomous, or could be just for fun. Because the future is we won't be wage slaves. So, our trains will be connected to our homes. Our homes will be connected to pump storage, hydro, geothermal, biomass, and all the other sun, water, wind, which our planet, which is an energy ball. But it does require some intelligent applications and us all working together all around our little planet Earth. Tidal flow. Now, I'm particularly interested, living in Great Britain, about tidal flow. This is deep tidal flow. This alone would power the whole of Britain. Yes, the whole of Britain. If we had 3 devices that would power Wales, and if you had them all around Britain, maybe let's say 10 at the top of my head, we would have all our energy needs met through deep tidal flow. But that would mean no nuclear, no fossil fuel, no greed, no selfishness. That means we need a change of management. That's why I need you. Yeah, non-profit leaders. It's not that we won't make money. It's not as if, but we have a future. Solar panels, wind turbines, air storage, hydrogen. These are just to name a few of the things on the top of my head. Trains, which act as storage systems. Now, trains are particularly good because of rolling resistance, but tyres would be made better. Yes, we would be using plant material, and the road surface would be using modern technology. Yes, believe it or not, you can use roads to not only produce electricity, but they can be bidirectional and also receive and transmit energy as well. This is not, and I repeat, not fantasy. This is not science fiction. This is technology that we've been denied because of big toxic oil companies and invested interest. So this is why our home, village, town will all be connected to big energy projects, small energy projects. This is the energy matrix which we'll be building throughout our planet. I haven't even started the greening of cities. This is just a rural example. Greening of cities. Now, that's an interesting one. I worked on a project with Richard Rogers in the 1980s, believe it or not, with autonomous buildings, very high buildings, producing food, producing energy. Enough energy to supply the whole of London and all its inhabitants. Drones, automatic robots, machines which are here now. They were here in the 1980s, to believe it or not. The problem is us. We are the problem, not our technology. We are stuck in old ways. Now, I knew this was going to be an uphill struggle. I'm a bin man. Yeah, and I've been talking about this since the 1980s. Nobody's been listening. Nobody's interested. No, because we're like zombies. Oh, must carry on mowing the grass with my petrol mower. Must get a new petrol mower, actually. That was a bit shit, isn't it? My car. Well, diesel. Can't beat it. Can't beat it. Petrol. Damn good stuff, I say. Damn good stuff. We didn't fight wars for nothing. No, we end war. But we're going to have some grown-up conversations about money. Might be strange because I'll be using stuffed animals. As I was thinking today, I'd rather play with stuffed animals than human beings. We're dangerous. But we also are the solution as well. So join me, the greening of cities, the greening of towns, the greening of our planet. But we are going to have to work together. This is a global problem. We need global solutions. We need leaders. I'll be doing my best. I do Change Wednesday. Every Wednesday, I put 3 fingers up. Sustainable Development Goals missed. Individual social responsibility. You are responsible. If you're not, talk to somebody else who is responsible. We haven't got much time. So it's bin report. What is the kill factor today? You'll be pleased to hear it's mediocre kill. Yes, we've been throwing just a few recyclable cardboard cups out today. Not quite so many as the other days. But our system is wrong. We cannot carry on fudgeable fossil fuel burning and in hiding in the dark. Especially as the technology's there. We could have done this 30 years ago. After the Second World War, we could have gone off fossil fuel. Frank Coston. He was an engineer. You knew what he was talking about. It's a con. A global con. So join us, the Sustainies. Cuddly toys. Because in the end, we'll have a cuddly earth full of music, entertainment, appropriate technology. We'll get rid of war. But we have to all work together. It's a team effort, this one. We'll be all better off. Anyway, it's buzz off toxic. I'm putting myself up for Prime Minister because I have to. So, serious note, if you've got friends, relatives, colleagues, talk, think, and think, is it a con next time you start that little car?